We've got the very best view of the track on this week's Asia Motorsports Hour. A local legend, Pang Yok Yu, shares the highs and the lows of his near 50 years in racing and watches his Cub Prix team's highs and lows in Johor. We try to cut through the chaos of underbone racing right now. Yes, plenty to come from a fabulous racing facility in Johor, Malaysia in a short while. But first, a quick check on how Asia's riders did in the penultimate round of MotoGP on Portugal's Algarve coast. Japan's Takaki Nakagami continued a strong season with a P5 finish and is 15th in the championship standings with one race to go. Not a good day for Southeast Asian racers though in Moto2. Malaysia's Hafiz Sharin out of the points in P18 and Thailand's Somkat Chantra black flagged early in the race. While Idemitsu Honda rider Ai Ogura from Japan was unclassified, having crashed early on. Now later in the programme, we'll be looking in depth at one of the mainstays of motor racing in Malaysia for the best part of 50 years. It's the man they call Sifu, YY Pang. But first, we'll check out how his team are progressing in the wonderfully competitive Cub Prix, taking place this last weekend in the uniquely rural Tan Kak circuit in Johor. iPhone Yamaha YY Pang's Adib Rosley, number 18, leads the 125cc championship coming into this 7th race of 10 this season. He's on the front row of the grid, but is swept aside at the start of race 1.
Cantik Zaki yang saya rasa Abang Zaki daripada petak ketiga terus masuk untuk menutup ruang dan keluar di sektor pertama berada di tempat di hadapan.
Lap 5 and the notorious turn 7 causes mayhem with YY Pang's second rider Fariz Afiez losing second place.
Kita lihat Sifu Azhari juga memberikan tekanan kepada Fariz. Di sini kebiasaannya cuba untuk masuk.
Oh, terjatuh. Kesilapan oleh Fariz Afiz dan itu dia menyekat Adib dan juga Sifu Azhari. Dan ini memberikan kelebihan kepada Zaki untuk lari jauh di depan. Tapi Hafiz Zarofa dapat lepas daripada kesilapan yang berlaku tadi. 20 bawah Pang. Dan ini menyebabkan kedudukan berubah di hadapan.
Lap 12, Fiza Rofa sweeps into the lead.
Di segmen ke-8 tu yang paling dilakukan oleh pelumba, bukan paling mudah tapi paling sesuai dikatakan oleh masuk oleh pelumba. Tapi di segmen pertama Fiza Rofa masuk untuk meminta Fiza Rofa di tempat yang pertama sekarang ini dalam usaha untuk menembus kehampaannya pada musim lalu sekarang.
Last lap, Adib Rosley coming under pressure for P3, but Hafiza Rofa is keen to make this championship as competitive as possible. On the 1XOX TKAR racer takes the checkered flag.
Di sini penentunya untuk Hafiza Rofa. Hafiza Rofa berjaya mempertahankan kedudukan di hadapan di selektor ke-8 menuju ke selektor ke-9 sekali. Cubaan yang terakhir yang akan cuba dilakukan oleh Zaki, tapi Zaki tidak dapat untuk melepasi. Menuju ke garisan penamat dengan Hafiza Rofa. Oh, Adib kembali di depan. Adib berjaya melintas antara Adib dan Adib yang berada di tempat yang ketiga kerana tadi kita lihat agak rapat di antara kedua-dua pelumba untuk melengkapkan podium.
A third position for Adib won on the last corner.
First sekali saya nak mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Ipoh Yamaha YY Pang yang telah banyak membantu saya. So pada perlombaan kali ini memang struggle di mana saya jatuh. Saya hampir terjatuh di mana saya terlanggar Faris di turn second last turn. So kat situ saya cuba menarik motor dan cuba mengejar balik. Alhamdulillah. Di sini saya dapat tempat ketiga.
Sunday, race 2. A searing hot day with YY Pang's number 2 racer Fariz Afaiz looking to provide some support over the 15-lap race for his teammate as Adib attempts to increase his 28-point lead at the top of the championship. A solid start for Adib.
Mereka dilepaskan sekarang. Oh, dapat tadi jadi melompat sedikit dan kita lihat Zaki yang berada di depan. Zaki Ahmad Zamri yang meluncur lebih dahulu di tempat yang pertama keluar dari selekoh di hadapan. Adib rasanya yang berada sebelahnya Hafiza Rofa. Juga 3 pelumba yang berada di hadapan. Hafiza Rofa bersebelahan dengan Adib menuju ke selekoh di peringkat awal ini. Faris Hafiz juga sampai di 4 kedudukan teratas sekarang.
Jadi lihat permulaan yang baik yang ditunjukkan oleh Zaki Zamri. Sekali lagi beliau yang meluncur laju menuju ke selekoh yang pertama dengan Hafiza Rofa pada awalnya memberikan tekanan, tapi Adib yang bijak. Adib cuba masuk melepasi. Adib naik di selekoh yang ke-8 ini melepasi Zaki Zamri, turun di tempat yang kedua dengan Hafiza Rofa di tempat yang ketiga sekarang ini.
Lap saw a change of events for a start. Fariz would crash out.
Itu dia Faris Hafiz. Nanti akan nampak di belakang. Tadi suatu kita berikan tumpuan di depan. Faris Hafiz keluar dari perlumbaan Ini berikan ruang kepada Adib Rosley sekarang untuk depan mata maksimum menuju kedua pusingan terakhir pagi musim ini.
And by lap 8, Hafiza Rofa, winner of race 1 on Saturday, finally goes past Adib Rosley on the long back straight.
Kembali pada Adib dan Hafiza Rofa. Itu rapat sekali. Oh, Hafiza akan cuba untuk lawan lurus ini mendapatkan kelebihan angin masuk ke dalam. Di bahagian dalam sekali pertama dia berjaya untuk lakukan. Hafiza Rofa melepasi Adib Rosley sekarang. Adib berjaya dipintas pada selekor yang pertama.
Adib would then focus his thoughts on keeping the fast approaching Ferdus Hamdan at bay and adding 20 points to his season's tally as Hafiza went on to win his second race of the weekend.
Dua selektor saja lagi selamat, tapi perlombaan di depan ini Muhammad Hafiza Rofa yang menang perlombaan semalam menuju ke kawasan penamat untuk menanggi perlombaan yang keduanya di hujung minggu ini. Kedua untuk pasukannya dengan Ferdus Hamdan berjaya menaiki podium kali ini. Perbezaan pada perlombaan semalam, Adib semalam tempat ketiga, hari tempat yang kedua.
Adib with a P2 to add to his P3 on Saturday, 36 points added to his tally, and he goes into the final round of the season holding a 32-point lead from Hafiza Rofa.
今年2012年，Adib 嘅狀態好好，佢嘅All Championship 佢依家排位排32分，贏咗第二名嘅好多，所以講我哋嘅 team 都贏咗70分，所以講今年嘅機會好大，Adib 嘅機會好大，我哋嘅 team 嘅機會都好大，所以講佢嘅車做到好靚，mechanic 中間做到幫佢嘅車做到佢嘅 power 好有力，所以講佢今年佢嘅贏嘅機會好大。
Every week on the Asia Motorsports Hour, you have a chance to win some rather nice ARRC polo shirts, courtesy Idemitsu. And each week there's a common theme to the questions. This week, it's all about the YY Pang Motorsports team, starting with how many times have YY Pang had a racer finish on the season-ending podium at the Asian Road Racing Championships? The answer will be given to you in the next segment of the show. Also ahead, we relive one of the classic races of the YY Pang team in the ARRC. All droughts come to an end eventually. For nearly 50 years, Pang Yok Yu has been making a name in Malaysia's motor racing world. Having made an impression as a young privateer rider, Yok Yu, or Sifu as everyone knows him, went on to star for Hong Leong Yamaha, picking up 54 podiums with 20 race wins in a 15-year career. After racing came team management, with the YY Pang team celebrating its 30-year anniversary last season.
我對走車係一種好興趣嘅運動，所以咧，我呢一世人都貢獻喺走車入邊。所以講走車做咩俾我哋帶俾我哋歡樂，帶俾我哋刺激，帶俾我哋知名度好高。所以講我好呢一世人我都好中意走車。
Despite the passion, it's not all been easy going, especially at Asia level, where the team has not yet won a championship after 23 years of trying. In 2018, the YY Pang Underbone team came as close as they have to earning a title when Izzat Zaidi came in second in the 150cc underbone category.
在喺亞洲賽入邊有好多國家嚟參賽，有每一個國家嘅車手都好好，所以講我哋可以贏第一名都唔係咁易。嗰一年2018年我哋贏第二名，我覺得好歡喜，因為我哋嘅騎師嘅狀態嗰陣時都幾好，同埋加上我哋嘅engine 都做到好進步，所以說嗰一年我覺得我好歡喜。
Izzat's close but no cigar season was typical of the long history of YY Pang teams at the ARRC. They've had a team represented in 23 seasons but have yet to secure that individual title. They've come third, Lo Kwa Kin in 1997 and Edzwan Ghani in 2008. Rafi Mohammed Nasser was P2 in the 2007 Underbone 115 season, with Izzat picking up an Underbone 130 P3 placing in 2016 before that 2018 runner-up slot. Even when sponsorship helped the team recruit foreign riders such as Cameron Donald and Yuzuki Takayama at ARRC level, Team YY Pang still couldn't get that elusive Asian title. 7 season podium finishes from 6 races, but still chasing a championship.
喺亞洲賽咧，因為好多國家嚟，佢哋嘅國家嘅車手佢哋嘅技術都比較唔同，所以講贏嘅機會比較艱難啲。喺本地咧，因為我哋用嘅咧場地咧唔同，佢哋蘇馬係好短嘅場地，唔似亞洲賽蘇馬係踢大嘅場地，所以講我哋贏嘅機會去到亞洲賽咧比較唔同啲，所以講比較艱難喺亞洲賽入邊嘅。
Their difficulties were shown when the team entered a fallow spell following a sponsorship and mindset change in the team. And for 8 years from 2007, the team didn't win a single race at ARRC, never mind a championship. So, when Adib Rosley topped the podium in the last round of the 2015 season, it seemed as though the team had broken through a glass ceiling.
2015年，Adib 攞到嗰場嘅冠軍，我覺得好歡喜。佢帶俾我哋嘅隊更加有信心，對繼續落去咧，我哋會更加努力去攞到最好嘅成績。
The struggle for success at Asian level, though, is a far cry from the team's competitiveness at the Cub Prix Championship in Malaysia. In 2014, the team swept the board with a 1-2-3 in the individual 115 championship, Izzat Zaidi as the champion. And YY Pang also had a 1-2 in the team championship. It remains Sifu's fondest memory in the sport.
俾我印象最深刻嘅一年，就係2014年，我哋嘅車手攞到1、2、3奧沃羅總冠軍，同埋隊1、2，所以講嗰一年我係好歡喜，好歡喜，係我最幸運嘅一年。
And this season, Adib Rosley, now something of a veteran, leads the 125cc championship after 4 of the season's 5 rounds. So, a hugely competitive and successful local team and competitive on the international stage, which Sifu YY Pang sees as a great thing for both his business and Malaysian motorsport.
Cub Prix 同埋亞洲賽係好好嘅平台，能夠俾騎師行得更加遠，行得去世界嗰度比賽。
A very, very warm welcome to Thailand. It is the King's birthday. It is a day of celebration both for the nation and for sport. And here at the Asia Road Racing Championships, we have got the final 2 rounds of this season coming to you this Saturday and Sunday. Okay, Underbone 130cc, round 11 of 12 of the season. Once the red flag and the green flag disappear from the front and the back of the grid, look at the lights to your left. Below the Chang International Circuit. When those lights disappear, we are underway, and Angie Pamana has got off to a reasonable start, but he's under real pressure. He's taken one wide side of the track, and he's actually got off to a terrific start. He leads into the
first bend, the sharp right-hand corner. 8 laps of the track. Average lap times will be around about the 2:07, 2:08 for a lap, so there's plenty of time for the riders to jockey for position. At the moment it is Anggi Purmana who's made the most of his pole position, and he's still leading in this, the third of the long straights. Just having a little look, Noor Isman Ismail has got himself up into the top 6 as well. Noor Isman versus Fernando Herdian, that is the race for second place. Just 1 point separates them in the overall championship standings. Onlookers, just I can tell you that Fernando Herdian, bike number 61, he had a jump start and he has got a ride-through penalty the team has served, which, in terms of the overall championship standings and the battle that he's got with Noor Isman Ismail, could be really bad news for him. As the riders come past us in our commentary position, it's still the front two of Wayu Aji and Anggi Purmana are really battling, but right behind them, Azam Omar in the light green livery, he is close in third. Sasi Taran is up there once again. Azam has got the best lap time of 2:07, Azam bike number 46, but this is what Underbone is all about. You never get yourself a convincing lead. And Gupita Krishna beginning to make a move at the tail end of that little group.
Yeah, I saw the green livery from behind, coming slowly but surely to join the group in front. Don't discount Gupita Krishna just yet. Even though he has won the championship, I'm sure he wants to win the race again here.
There is Noor Isman Ismail, takes the lead as they go over the start-finish line. We have now got 3 laps to go. Noor Isman Ismail makes his move with Fernando Herdian having that drive-through penalty. This could be significant for Noor Isman to pick up second place. This is the Velde garage.
Yes, we have the Baharuddin's family looking at and watching how Faris Afi is going to make his move from in the middle of that group there. And to be on the podium again, they will try to do that in Buriram. But it's Reza Pahlavi now taking his turn, leading Azam Omar. Then we have that is number 19, Noor Isman, back to Anggi Purmana. Anggi, number 158 is Anggi.
In the space of 50 meters, we had 4 changes of the lead. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Underbone 130cc racing. It's terrific stuff. As we can see, is that Gupita Krishna? I told you, you do not muck around with this fella. Push me off the track. I'm coming to take the lead, and he's taken Fariz with him as well.
Yeah, Gupita now charging in front, leading the race with Reza Pahlavi in second place and Faris Hafiz in third place.
So Noor Isman wanting points, wanting to get significant lead over Fernando Herdian. So often Noor Isman is there or thereabouts at the lead, but gets swallowed up in the latter stages of any races. But we have now got 1.5 laps to go, and it's Reza Faleva leading from Noor Isman Ismail. Gupita Krishna, the champion, currently in 6th place.
Yeah, Noor Isman started the race 12 on the grid, and remember he finished 15 in Doha, Qatar, when he was selected. Oh, Reza Pahlavi had a problem. Reza Pahlavi is out of the race. Yeah, that's another casualty for race 1 in Underbone 130cc. I think because they're pushing the bikes too hard, because I can see that they're attacking the race from the very beginning. So we had a number of riders now out of the race, and it is the turn of Noor Isman. Yeah.
Now, we've had a couple of dropouts. Has there been any oil left on the track is one of the questions I'll have later on, but not in this part of the track, as Azam Omar goes through into the lead. Underbone, it is building towards the finale. Watch out for the final corner, ladies and gentlemen. This could be mayhem. Gupita Krishna leads into the sharp right. He leads very often in this part of the track, but he's then just swallowed up by the rest of the pack.
It's going to be difficult to see who will be in front, and the last corner once again will decide who will win the race this time. But it's Adib Rosley now charging, and there's a little bit of gap between Adib and the group behind.
Well, as they come into the final stretch, I'm looking for Noor Isman Ismail. The lead is bike 18, Adib Rosley. Adib, Gupita closes the gap. And into 1, 2, 3, 4 down. But Adib takes it. Gupita Krishna inevitably takes second. Now, who was it who fell on that last corner? Once again, bravery. Absolute going for the racing line. But is that... Gosh, it needs some working out. But Adib Rosley has taken the win.
Rosley just won, which Wawai Pang is very, very happy for his rider. I think the first win ever for his team, yes, in the Underbone 130cc for this year.
Here's the final lap. So often, Faris it is who catches the back of Gupita Krishna. 3 go over the top of Faris, so the Felder racing team, they have lost a chance of a podium place.
RCB Yamaha Wawai Pang racing rider on the podium, on top of the podium, and that will make the principal of the team Wawai Pang a very, very happy man.
Indeed, throughout this season, we've seen the red livery there or thereabouts, challenging, competing, and invariably just not being able to complete the deed. Today, they have completed the deed, hence the broadest smile of the day.
Part 2 of the 2-part quiz for a chance to win some rather fetching ARRC polo shirts, courtesy Idemitsu. Head over to the Asian Road Racing Championship Facebook page to provide your answers. Question 2. Which iPhone Yamaha Wawai Pang racer currently leads the Malaysia Cub Prix 125cc Championship? Which iPhone Yamaha Wawai Pang racer currently leads the Malaysia Cub Prix 150cc Championship? And we're back in Johor for more Cub Prix mayhem. Red lights go after the wire. Welcome back to the Asian Motorsports Hour. I do enjoy that commercial, but back to the track. And more from the Moto3 series that had its penultimate race of the season on the Portuguese Algarve at the weekend. Another good day for Japan's Tatsuki Suzuki, who rode to 7th place at Portimao, whilst Ayumu Sasaki picked up 6 points for a P10 finish in the same race on his KTM. Not such great news for Asia's other competitors, with Honda Team Asia's Andy Farid finishing 22nd, a frustrating ride for the Indonesian, considering he was in the points last time out. And there's excitement growing on the island of Lombok, Indonesia, as the World Superbikes Championship heads to the long-awaited big race debut for the Mandalika International Circuit. We'll update you on how things went on next week's programme. But next up, more from a cracking Cub Prix event at the Litor Tangkak track in Johor, Malaysia. Early, we focused on the iPhone Yamaha Wawai Pang team's excellent performances in the 125cc category. They're not doing quite so well at 150. UZ Honda's Azroy Hakim Anwar takes a 32-point lead into race 7 of 10 in the 150cc category at the Petronas Cub Prix Championship. Izzat Zaidi is the best of the Wawai Pang team. He starts from the second row of the grid.
Jadi sekarang dilepaskan. Kita lihat di awal perlumbaan bagaimana agak sebaris, tapi Afif yang masuk dari bagian luar. Kita dapat lihat Kasba yang dapat masuk untuk berada di tempat yang pertama, tapi di selekor pertama lepas tanpa sebarang insiden, Kasba di tempat yang pertama diikuti dengan Afif digunakan tempat yang kedua sekarang ini.
Number 27, Kazma Daniel, who we saw racing superbikes last weekend, leads from the start until lap 14 of 20. Then number 50, Afif Amran of the CKJ Racing Team would make his move.
Nazirul bersebelahan dengan Kasma, dia akan cuba masuk di selekor ini. Dia berdaya lepas, Nazirul lepas untuk ada di hadapan buat kali pertama. Kasma kehilangan kedudukan di hadapan sekarang ini. Nazirul Izzat Baudin yang berada di tempat yang pertama. Kasma Daniel di tempat yang kedua. dengan Akid masuk pula kali ini melepasi Akid dah. 20 melepasi Kasma.
And 2 laps later, Afif's power on the short back straight enabled him to edge into P1.
Itulah dia telah pun masuk di hadapan sekarang. Afif berjaya memintas Nazrul Izzat untuk mendahului perubahan buat kali yang pertama. Berubah kedudukan sekali lagi dengan di hadapan di tempat yang pertama. Afif Amran buat kali pertama berada di depan, tapi tidak selamat lagi untuk dia kerana tinggal lagi bagi kurang 4 pusingan akan tamat. 4 pelumba, 5 pelumba ini rapat kedudukan perebutan tempat yang pertama.
Afif would go on to take the win, but look at the chaos behind him on the last corner.
Antara perebutan di hadapan Adib Rosley. Pelanggaran yang di antara Selesa Kasma yang terlibat dengan pelanggaran.
As Afif Amran took the plaudits, Kazma Daniel would get his bike going to come in 10th. Championship leader Azroy Hakim picking up 11 points for 5th. Izzat Zaidi for Team YY Pang, 7th. New day, same heat. Azroy Hakim's championship lead has now been cut to just 18 points.
Perlombaan 20 pusingan dan dilepaskan sekarang ini. Di depan kita lihat Akid bermula dan di sebelahnya. Sebelahan dengan Akid rakan pasukannya Muzaki yang masuk cantik untuk berada di tempat yang kedua. 1 dan 2 sekarang untuk pasukan 1SOX KKR Racing Team.
Lap 2 and a nightmare for Team YY Pang.
Kita berikan tumpuan sekali lagi. Sekarang ini Afif telah pun lepas. Ada 3 pelumba, 4 pelumba yang tersekat. Itu Haziq Fairuz ada 17 dan Haziq Fairuz. Sampai yang tersekat mereka yang tersekat 2 pelumba. Dan mereka perlu untuk keluar cepat dari pelekor ini sama dengan satu Rasul.
Meantime, Afif Amram was taking control of this race.
Afif di belakang Akid sekarang. Cantik Afif masuk untuk meminta Akid. Sedikit saja ruang yang diberikan, tapi Afif berjaya lepas dan sekarang Afif berada di depan.
The CKJ racer completing a weekend double in a really competitive field on a technically difficult circuit.
Kasma tempat yang keempat dengan Azra tempat yang kelima. Mereka akan sampai nampaknya berikan tumpuan pada pelumba nombor 50 ini yang semalam menangi perlumbaan tempat yang pertama. Afif sampai untuk lagi perlumbaan yang keduanya ke minggu ini. Akid di tempat yang kedua.
First kali syukur Alhamdulillah rezeki double win pada race kali ini. Saya amat berterima kasih pada tim ketuanan seminta yang masih kerja, guru-guru mekanik yang tidak tidur malam selama 2 minggu untuk menyiapkan jentera saya untuk lebih sukses untuk race kali ini. Syukur Alhamdulillah strategi kami berjaya pada race kali ini. 7-8 kami dapat double win. So syukur Alhamdulillah dan untuk next race kita akan buat yang terbaik. Tahniah Afif.
Azroy Hakim would again come in 5th, so the gap between Azroy and Afif going into the final 2 races of the season, a delicate 4 points. As for iPhone Yamaha YY Pang, well, no title for them in the 150cc this season.
今年我哋嘅 150cc 嘅車手同埋車嘅動態都唔係幾好，所以講我哋可以盡量去俾我哋嘅騎師訓練多啲，我哋嘅車再做好啲，佢嘅power 再多啲，可以贏就比較容易嘅。所以講今年我哋冇睇好我哋嘅 150能夠贏到喺前邊，所以講去等明年我哋繼續做好啲我哋嘅嘢。
It was really enjoyable meeting and talking with a man who has given so much to Malaysian motor racing. Before we leave you though, a reminder of how you can win some ARRC polo shirts courtesy Hidemitsu. Head over to the Asia Road Racing Championship Facebook page to provide your answers. 2 questions. First, how many times have YY Pang had a racer finish at the season-ending podium in the Asian Road Racing Championships? Top 3 were after. The answer was in the Pang Yokyu profile item in part 2 of this program. And question 2, which iPhone Yamaha YY Pang racer currently leads the Malaysia Cub Prix 125cc Championship? Next week, we're back up to the bigger bikes and a young woman making waves in Thailand and on the Asian Road Racing Championship. Muklada Sarapwek and AP Honda Thailand under the spotlight in the next Asian Motorsports Hour. So we'll see you next week, and we'd love to hear your comments about the Asia Motorsports scene. Leave your comments on the sport at the ARRC Facebook.